It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Hello, Soul family. Jordan Peterson coming at you live here from our Soul Studios. I hope you guys are doing great. I missed you guys last week, so it's good to have you back. Today is April 10th. And for those of you who've been with us for a while, you know that April 10th, or the 10th of any month, is payday. And so we sent out commissions today. They should be hitting your bank accounts today and tomorrow. So be on the lookout for those because we love getting rewarded for what we've done, right? Good to see you guys out there today. It looks like we got a great group on with us live on our YouTube channel. As always, make sure you chime in so we can see you and get you taken care of. Get your name into the drawings to get you guys some awesome soul swag stuff, which I've got right there sitting next to me. You guys want to see what we got? Let's check it out right now. As always, I've got my Cinemate thermos mug thing. Gosh, it's so good, guys. It's so good. Let's go with, we're going to keep the theme, kind of the drink theme going on today. We've got our Soul Naturals insulated bottle there. We got our fantastic Soul Naturals jug. Ooh. Starting to get warm. You got baseball games you're going to, everything else. Throw some ice in this. Throw whatever favorite beverage you have in it. And you are off and running it. And last but not least, take this off so you can see it. Our fantastic Soul Vital glass shaker jar as well, shaker bottle. Man, it's such a good one. So make sure you guys are taken care of. Chime in so we can see you and we will get you taken care of, all right? Sound good? All righty. Next up, you guys, you did some great things this last couple weeks and wanted to make sure you were rewarded appropriately for that with a little bit of recognition. We start off with our rock and roll segment, as always, on our Monday mornings. And here we go, our top 10 rock and rollers for the past week. We got Jasmine Garcia coming in at number 10. Obed Guardado coming in at 9. We've got Maricela Velasquez coming in at 8. Olga Ibarra Nunez coming in at 7. At number 6, we have Sofia Aquino. We've got Mariana Cabral at 5. We've got Nancy Sainz at 4. We've got Maria Amorfin at 3. And our top 2 this week, Crystal Guzman at 2. And our top 1, Veronica Martinez. Congratulations to all of you. It's so good to see you guys continue to bring people into the Soul family. Now, with it also being payday, as we mentioned before, obviously the month of March is over. Everything's been locked. Everything's been paid out. Life is great. And so we are going to also recognize all you guys with your new ranks for the month of March as well. Let's jump into that right now. We've got our Soul Pro 1Ks, you guys. Great group here. It's always fun to see new people hitting that first major rank as they are moving towards the goal that they've set for themselves, whatever that may be, hitting higher ranks, making more money, helping more people. This is where we can find out what they're doing and how they're moving along with that. So congratulations to all of our Soul Pro 1Ks. Congratulations, a great list. As always, you see that list just keep growing and growing, which is such a good thing. Next up, we have our Soul Pro 2Ks who get this fantastic shaker bottle. Great group here as well. These are those that have $2,000 in volume in their organization. That includes their personal purchases as well, which is such a cool thing to see. So congratulations to all of our new Soul Pro 2Ks. Hopefully you recognize some of the names on here. Next up, we have our Soul Pro 3Ks who get this beautifully fancy new electric tea kettle, Soul branded, white and clean, great to leave just on your kitchen counter. Congratulations to all our new Soul Pro 3Ks. We have some Soul Leader 5Ks coming in now as well. Carlos Peraza Lopez, Azul Ramos, Rosie Loeza, Jose Luis Ramos as well. We've got Anthony Lott coming in, Lilian Rodriguez, Labir Martinez. Well done to our 5Ks. Next up, we have our 7Ks. Here we go. Nutrition E-Balance is our top one there. We got Nicole O'Kelly coming in and Ramon Pina Perez as well for our 7Ks. We have 10K coming in too. Olga Ibarra Nunez. Well done. We have a new 15K, which is awesome. New Soul Driven, Maria J. Gonzalez. Well done. You get that rank bonus of $300 per month. Well done there. We have a new Soul Elite 25K, which we love. Sofia Aquino and Jared Martinez. Well done. Up to $600 for that rank Soul Driven bonus. We love it. And are we done? No, we're not done. We've got some new 50Ks as well. We've got Healthy Energy coming in. That is a 50K. And you guys, we love to see this. We have 2 new 100Ks in the month of March. Here we go. Veronica Martinez. You recognize that name because you just saw it on the rock and roll as well. Guys, is there a strong correlation between rock and rolls and rinks? You better believe it, guys. So make sure you're doing it right. We also have Recargatus Organos. That is Nestor Rivera's second 100K account. So he is just moving up the ranks as well, which we love to see, guys. So many good things happening right now in Soul, and you're going to see so many more things keep coming. Let's talk. We haven't had a chance to talk yet since March ended, since I was gone last week. And we still had our Soul to Soul stuff going on. I wanted to let you know where we're at. When we last talked, we had a bunch of people that were really close. And I am so happy to say that a lot of them were able to pull it off and get to where they needed to be. We have 103 accounts that qualified with volume. 103. We love it. Now, here's the key though. As we know, there was a 2-piece puzzle to this, right? We have to hit the qualification volume, which, as I mentioned, 103 accounts it did. Now we got to make sure we keep that rank to keep moving forward. We can't just push real hard and then all of a sudden drop off and disappear. So let's keep that rank going because, guys, we want to go to Costa Rica. We got some great facts about Costa Rica right now. For instance, right now, right before I jumped on here, I checked the weather in Costa Rica. It's a beautiful 71 degrees down there right now, which I don't know where you're at and the temperature you're at right now, but 71 degrees is pretty awesome. Not too hot, not too cool. It's just perfect. Summer is mid-November to April down there. They're a little bit opposite of what we got going on here. So we're going in December, kind of that first week of December timeframe. It's kind of like going the first week of June, as far as if you're comparing to what we got season-wise here, right? And the nice thing about that is it's not blazing hot. You're not going to die. But it's not cold either, and it's out of that rainy season. So you might get a few little rainy showers. It's beautiful down there too, because they come in, they're warm to begin with. How awesome is it when rain falls and it's warm? And then they just last a little bit and off they go. So it's such a cool thing. The other cool thing I find down there, sunrise down there in December is at 5:40 a.m. So it kind of comes up a little bit early, and it sets at 5:14 p.m. So it gets dark a little early. So you kind of party hard, you wake up a little bit early, you party hard all day, and then by dinner time, sun's down, you can just sit and enjoy the stars and just enjoy all the good things that happen then. At about 5 o'clock-ish, 4:30, 5 o'clock, there's groups of macaws that fly right over the resort we're staying at. Macaws breed for life. They pair up and they stay together forever. In the morning, you see them fly over us as they go to wherever they're going to go feed for the day. And at night, they fly back over us as they head back over to roost for the evening. So it's so good. You guys got to make sure that you guys are coming. It's going to be such a great thing. All right. Now, we are looking at a spotlight. We love doing little ingredient spotlights to make sure you're taken care of with a little bit of info for the morning, right? Now, this ingredient is found in a few of our products. It packs high levels of iron and iodine to promote healthy cells and to keep your metabolism on track. It's also rich in calcium, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals as well. Also contains flavonoids, which improve mood and reduce anxiety, which means with all these wonderful things going on, it absolutely is an adaptogen, and that's why we love it so much, right? It has also been shown to improve learning and memory. And last but not least, we talked about all those wonderful things that this does for us already, right? But the one thing that most people recognize this for is this. Helps to balance hormones, which affects menopause, mood, fertility, libido, energy, erectile dysfunction, etc. Guys, and what are we talking about today? We are talking about the great maca that is found in Soul Excel and also our Soul Maca XD, right? Got to make sure we're taken care of. So these are great things. We've seen so many cool testimonials that have come through with this, and it's fantastic. I remember the first time we came out with this, we had a great launch, and I was down in Louisiana doing some meetings for it. And one of the guys came over to me, he kind of pulled me aside. He said, listen, I wasn't expecting this, but since I've been taking this, I don't have to take that little blue pill before it's intimate time at night. And I said, hey, buddy, we got you covered, right? So there's great things that come with this. Once our body's in balance with all the different things it's got going on, it's amazing how well it just functions, right? And so maca is absolutely one of those things that helps out, right? So I want to make sure you're taken care of. Sound good? We see Olga says, all the good macas, and we love Soul Excel. Absolutely, right? It's so good. So good. And we got a great testimonial that talks about some of this stuff too. Here we go right now. It says, I drink this every morning in place of coffee, as coffee is not tolerable with this pregnancy. It helps with sugar cravings as well throughout the day. I also love the taste. It's fun when you look at that because you're like, man, what product could that be? I know at my house, my wife likes to start her day off with a glass of Sol Vital. It's like the first thing she does. She comes out, we're getting the kids their breakfast. She grabs a glass and a Sol Vital, some ice cubes, and we even take one of those little wisp thingers, and she gets to make herself a nice glass of Sol Vital. For me personally, I think this testimony goes a little bit better with my Cinnamate that I love to take every morning. So there's so many good things going on with that, right? And this is something that we've seen a lot. People are able to replace things that they've been using that maybe aren't the best for them and replace them with something better, and they're just getting great results with it. So love that product testimonial. Now, looking where we're at with everything we got so many good things. Cindy says, we love this testimonial. Maria likes to start her day off with Cinnamate. I love it. Lisa says, Excel makes a huge difference in my eye health and hot flashes, which is fantastic because we don't want to have to deal too much with that, right? Shelly Turner has Cinnamate every single morning, she says. Cindy says she loves her Sol Vital. It's her favorite drink. Seashell Pony says she starts her morning with Excel and ACV, right? I love it. And Satinka says, I have a strong Vital every morning before the gym. There you go. How awesome is that? I love it. So you may have noticed I'm wearing a suit today. There's a reason for that. Today here, as soon as this is over, I am heading actually to a funeral of a buddy of mine. Passed away last week due to an avalanche. He was up snowmobiling, got caught in an avalanche. Here in Utah, we've had record amounts of snowfall. And so avalanche danger and other things are just up high right now. And unfortunately, he was caught in an avalanche and wasn't able to make it out. And so today we have a funeral for him. And it's been interesting just thinking about him and the life that he led. It's always an interesting thing when you're 39 years old and you get taken, because then you start looking at life a little different, right? And so for all of us, it's been a good thing to reflect a little bit on where we're at with life. Now, as I've been thinking about avalanches, I've recognized that there's a lot of things that go into them that kind of tie in directly to what we've got going on here at Soul as far as helping people. Now, I want to show you this picture. This is a diagram of an avalanche and what we're looking at here, right? First off, you see that there's some factors here that we got to pay attention to. Number one, the slope. You see the slope says it's between 25 and 45 degree angle. Now, it's interesting because if the slope gets too high, it's actually not very likely there's going to be an avalanche there. So if it gets up above about 60 to 65 degrees, they say that there's probably not going to be an avalanche there because the snow regularly just falls off of it. It's not flat enough. The angle's too sharp, and so things just slough naturally off of it. It doesn't pile up enough to even have an avalanche. Also notice the snowpack here we got. At the top, you see it says there's a weaker layer that we got, and then we have the snow falling, and we have some cracks in the snow. There's some big things that kind of tell us about this. First off, shooting cracks are a major sign of avalanches. Hard packed snow underneath new snow as well. Because that hard packed snow gets so hard that this new snow falls on it, and then if there's any change at all, you've been on hard packed snow before, it can get a little slippery, right? So that can happen as well. But that weaker layer, that can be caused by a lot of different things. Hard packed snow, it can be caused by water. If it rains really hard, it can loosen up that snow pack underneath as well, and it makes it really tricky. And last but not least, some sort of a trigger can cause an avalanche. New snow, wind, disturbance of some kind, all those things. And then you see how the cracks in the snow at the top, snow slab starts to go. Next thing you know, you have an avalanche and a big old pile of snow at the bottom there. So how does that affect what we've got going on? How do we tie that into what we're seeing at Soul and with people that we're dealing with? First off, that slope, as I talked about, that slope is, I would compare that to kind of like the lifestyle that we lead, right? Just generally how we're functioning and how we're moving through our life. It allows us to either, if we're at a strong enough angle, things just slough off our back. We don't even think about them. Not a big enough thing, right? Some people don't have any sort of a lifestyle going on. They're flat and they don't have to worry about things there either. But most normal people have some sort of an angle going on in their life, right? And as we saw in that diagram, 25 degrees up to about 60, 65 degrees is prime for avalanches. And that's what I would say most of us kind of live that life. There's just enough going on in our lives that it just kind of keeps us on edge a little bit. And we're just trying to keep our balance and make sure we're moving forward. Next up, we have snowpack. Snowpack, I would say, is kind of the stress that we got going on in our lives. There's just things that kind of come down on us and make it hard, right? And for some of us, you can't even see what's really happening underneath. You may have a lot of stuff going on underneath and a lot of difficulties and weak areas and whatever, and then a new snowfall comes and covers all that up, and everybody thinks everything's great. And that's the problem with avalanches. You look at a hill and you think, oh, it looks great, no problem there. That snow looks stable and fine, but underneath you're not sure really what's going on. And then we have triggers, right? And triggers are the same for everybody. Like they're just something that pushes us over the edge, that gets us moving, gets us shaking a little bit, that causes us to have some sort of a reaction, just like in an avalanche, right? And we're not sure what those are going to be for us either. It can be tough. There's a lot of things in life that can cause those. So then how do we prepare? How do we become better, right? And that's what I love, what we have going on with our products here and the people that we have here as well to help each other, is that we have an opportunity to strengthen that underside layer that you can't see, right? You can look at most people and think, God, they got life handled, it's fine. And really they're just like a duck on top where it's floating on the water where you think everything's nice, but underneath the water, they're just paddling their legs away as hard as possible. But when we give our bodies the nutrition it needs, when we help it out with the stresses that it's under, whether those are physical stresses, injuries, and other things going on, whether they're mental, just a lot of things building up in their lives, whether they're emotional, whether they're hormonal, whatever they got going on, we have great products here that can help them with that and allows them to then kind of tighten up everything. So when a trigger comes, it doesn't cause a massive avalanche and create a huge issue for them. They're able just to move forward. And that's what we love to see, right? Things come and they're just being able to be in a good spot and continue to move forward. And that's what we have. And that's what you have. So the greatest thing about this is everybody's in some sort of stage there, right? And you can find them and help them with what we have. And a lot of them, man, you're starting off with some great emotional support, let them know that you even care enough to share with them is such a cool thing. So make sure that you guys are reaching out to people, taking care of them, putting them in a good spot, because you never know what's underneath that fine layer of snow that could be pushing them a little bit, right? So that's what we're looking for, okay? Sound good? Awesome. Now, I appreciate those kind messages here on the YouTube channel. There's some great stuff going on. It's crazy, and I was looking up statistics today, and it's interesting. They say, and I think this is life too, they say if you get buried in an avalanche and you're more than 8 feet, 8 feet is kind of a key thing there. If you are deeper than 8 feet in the snow, you're probably not going to make it. And so I think of all the things, what can pile on us in lives that puts us 8 feet under, right? We talk about 6 feet under as far as being in the grave, but what could put us 8 feet under in stress and the anxieties and just the difficulties of life? Because if we start getting to that point, it can be really tricky to come out. And even for those of us that aren't under that far, man, it still takes a lot of work to make sure we're in a good spot, right? So make sure you're reaching out to people, take care of them, love on them a little bit. You've got great answers to issues that they're facing, right? And that's what we want to do, make sure we're in a good spot. So again, the slope, lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle are we leading? Are we leading a healthy lifestyle? Are we leading a lifestyle of making sure we're in a good spot? Are we not leading any sort of lifestyle at all, not even moving? Like we're not even a factor, right? And stress, snowpack. How are we doing underneath that new fine layer of snow? Are we in a good spot? And triggers. Triggers are coming, guys. There's nothing you can do about triggers. They're coming. People are going to be shooting arrows all the time. There's going to be hard times in your life. We are guaranteed nothing but hard things that are going to come in our lives. So how are we going to handle those? Are we ready for them? Are we putting ourselves in a position, right? Got to make sure we're in a good spot. Sound good? Forest Tree Service says, remember the good times, some extra adaptogens, take care of underlying stress. Absolutely. Jenny says, and keep our eyes and ears open. We can be that help to each other. Absolutely, right? And that's what we love to see. Ah, good stuff. Olga says, keep our defenses up. Yeah, you never know when it's coming, so we got to be ready, right? I love it. Okay, guys, let's get you guys on your way because I've got to get on my way. And here we go. Oh, we got a great group here today. I can almost tell. I can't see exactly how many people are on except for your comments and stuff, so that gives me an idea. But then when I look in my bucket of fun, I can really see where we're at. Okay, let's start off with this fantastic Soul Naturals bottle. Here we go. Who's feeling good today? Who's feeling lucky? Rock and roll. Jenny's feeling lucky. Marie's feeling lucky. And we've got Nicole O'Kelly. Nicole O'Kelly up in Idaho, one of our new 7Ks. Congratulations. You've got yourself a bottle there. Next up, we have this fantastic jug. Guys, and by the way, if you want, you can also put your any of your powders in there. So Complete, Infatuate, Good Vibrations. They all go great in this thing too if you want to just stick them in the cupboard there. So here we go. Dahlia says, I need that. I believe you do. Here we go. We've got Michelle Torres. Seashell Pony, Michelle Torres. You've got yourself this fantastic jug. Well done. And last but not least, we've got this glass shaker bottle. Here we go. And the winner is Jody Poole. Jody Poole, you've got yourself the bottle. Congratulations, guys. Thanks for joining with me today. Make sure you reach out to your people, check in on them, make sure they're doing well. Put yourself in a position by, just make sure you're on the products. Give your body the chance that it needs to fight through everything, all right? Again, congratulations to everybody last month who was able to accomplish the goals they were looking for. Today was payday. It's so awesome. Go check your bank account today and tomorrow to see what you got. Keep moving forward. As always, keep sharing soul. We sure love you guys, and we'll see you again soon.